This new Trump administration is just doing some wild things. By now, you've probably heard about him sending out all of these resignation letters to federal employees. Someone sent me one of the letters to my Instagram. It says, upon review of the below deferred resignation letter, if you wish to resign, one, select reply to this email. You must reply from your government account. A reply from an account other than your government account will not be accepted. Two, type the word resign into the body of this reply email, hit send. The last day to accept the deferred resignation program is February 6th. Deferred resignations available to all full-time federal employees except for military personnel of the armed forces, employees of the United States Postal Service, those in positions related to immigration enforcement and national security, and those in any other positions specifically excluded by your employing agency. During the first week of his administration, President Trump issued a number of directives concerning the federal workforce. Among those directives, the president required that employees return to in-person work, restored accountability for employees who have policy-making authority, restored accountability for senior career executives, and reformed the federal hiring process to focus on merit. As a result of the above orders, the reform of the federal workforce will be significant. The thing is, even if they do make all of these people return to in-office employment, they're going to have a hard time because a lot of these places no longer have office spaces. So they're trying to get people to resign in advance. So the reformed federal workforce will be built around four pillars. Return to office. The substantial majority of federal employees who've been working remotely since COVID will be required to return to their physical offices 5 days a week. Number two, performance culture. The federal workforce should be comprised of the best America has to offer. We will insist on excellence at every level. Our performance standards will be updated to reward and promote those that exceed expectations and address in a fair and open way those who do not meet the high standards which the taxpayers of this country have a right to demand. Number three, a more streamlined and flexible workforce. While a few agencies and even branches of the military are likely to see increases in the size of their workforce, the majority of federal agencies are likely to be downsized through restructurings, realignments, and reductions in force. These actions are likely to include the use of furloughs and the reclassification to at-will status for a substantial number of federal employees. Number four, enhanced standards of conduct. The federal workforce should be comprised of employees who are reliable, loyal, trustworthy, and who strive for excellence in their daily work. Employees will be subject to enhanced standards of suitability and conduct as we move forward. All right, so that is what they're putting out there. They're acting like these people didn't have standards before now, and basically they're just trying to get people to quit. So the federal employees were all sent that letter, and this is what started popping off in the FedWork subreddit. Sarah says, hold the line. We made an oath to protect the constitutions from threats, both foreign and domestic. They are saying this is a threat. They said this is the line of federal workers, and this is the threat. The threat is saying, gimme, because that's what he wants to do. And apparently this red stapler is a sign of resistance. They said, come and take it. Come and try to take this stapler if you want it. They are not playing around. They are saying, hold the line or come and try to take this stapler from my hands, from this death grip. And then someone posted this, a few points to keep in mind as you consider the fork in the road email. Forced resignations are illegal. Some statute states that federal resignations must be voluntary. An email implying uncertainty of your position while pushing resignation deadlines may be coercion, which could be challenged as constructive discharge under MSPB precedent. Number two, reduction in force must follow regulations. CFR Part 351 requires agencies to use retention registers based on tenure, veteran status, and performance for reduction in force. If the emails propose deferred resignations bypass these protections, it may constitute an illegal backdoor RIF. Number three, Federal employees have telework rights. The Telework Right Enhancement Act of 2010 protects telework arrangements. A blanket return to office mandate that overrides existing agreements could violate statutory rights and collective bargaining agreements. Yes, that is cool to know. Number 4, at will reclassification is not lawful. Federal employees in the competitive service are protected by 5 USC Chapter 75, requiring just cause for termination. This email suggestion of shifting employees to at will status contradicts federal job protections and would likely face MSPB challenges. Number 5, misuse of legal citations. The email cites Executive Order 9830 and 5 USC and some other numbers as authority for these workforce changes. However, EO 9830 only governs post World War II civil service rules and does not grant power for resignations, RIFs, or telework policy changes. And 5 USC and some numbers 1104 allows agencies to handle personnel functions but do not override merit system protections or authorize at-will conversions. They are posting this in the Fed News subreddit, and this is definitely a very active subreddit. They are reminding everybody, we will not resign. We took an oath, and we will keep defending it against foreign and domestic enemies. They are literally calling Trump and this administration domestic enemies. All right, now here's a Reddit post. It says, to my fellow feds, especially veterans, we're at war. We watched this goon try to overthrow the government on live TV 4 years ago. Now we are witnessing him try to overthrow it from within. We are the last line of defense against fascism. If we leave, we will be replaced by loyalists. Read Project 2025, and for the love of God, please believe what is written, because that is what is happening. All of the executive orders are directly from that document. I didn't dedicate years of my life serving this great country to be bullied into quitting my career by a bunch of fascists. We are being led by the same types of people our grandparents fought against in World War II. They don't care about us, regardless of the fact that 1/3 of us are veterans and many are military family members. They don't care about your kids, your homes, your bills, your livelihood. They don't care that you're an American citizen. They don't care that annual spending on us is only 4% and won't make a difference if we're gone. They don't care that we're middle and lower class employees. They want to harm you. Do not give in to this nonsense, and remember your oath to the Constitution and the people of America. I don't know what the future holds, but I refuse to bow down to this fascist authoritarian elite class. Nobody is coming to save us, but we have strength in numbers. It's time to buckle up and continue protecting freedom and democracy. They are saying we are at war. That is the words that they are using. And like this person said, read Project 2025. They had these executive orders ready for him to sign because it's coming directly from the mandate that they had put out in 2023. They were ready for this. So Michi honed in on, if we leave, we will be replaced by loyalists, saying, there are people in my agency that are the best in the world at what they do and maintain facilities that are an essential backbone to almost all U.S. and many foreign industry. Maybe you can replace a body, but you cannot replace a mind. If these people are replaced, it is a loss for the whole country, but will certainly affect companies these oligarchs own. And then Leo Stotch says, tearing these things down is the intent. They are breaking everything they can get their hands on. Sea Oven says, what's sad is people consider this progress. They think that knocking down something is the same as building it. It might take years to build something, and it only takes seconds to knock it down. Trump's doing the easy stuff, breaking. Biden tried to do the hard stuff of making stuff. Trump will be rewarded because he did what he said he'd do. Biden got shit on because whatever he did was not enough. So I just wanted to show y'all what they are talking about, what the federal employees are talking about. Don't Don't give in, because they are trying to save millions of dollars by making these people quit or think they have to quit. They don't even have enough money to pay out all of these employees to stay home. So let them figure this out. Let them try to do this if they think they can. There's going to be a ton more lawsuits coming out against the Trump administration for all the illegal stuff that they are trying to do. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.